32. The idea sort of was percolating for probably a couple or 3 years, and then it was President Obama's inaugural address where, to me, it was a call to action for Americans that we can be better as a country only if we're better as individuals. And having had this idea going for a little while, I thought, now's the time. One. I didn't have to deal with military sacrifice when I was growing up, either through my family or myself. This is just my way of kind of saying thank you for those who do and those families who do. 13. Free throws is just one of the discernible skills that I have that would translate, I thought. I mean, I ski well, I bake chocolate chip cookies, but I figured a bake sale wasn't really going to amount to too much. 331. And once I started putting the pieces together and thinking of $1 million, which I thought could generate some interest, which could then be turned toward our veterans and toward raising some money, I thought that would be a natural fit. What would it take to do the project in 2 years? So start on Veterans Day and end on Veterans Day. And it turned out that number is 1,370 made shots per day. So that's the goal. And we're on pace now. I think we're at about 1,400 a day is the average. So the plan is to hit 500,000 on Veterans Day 2010, which will be on the flight deck of the USS Intrepid in New York City, and then 1 million on Veterans Day 2011. There's no dollar per shot kind of mechanics. It's simply if people are moved to send a few bucks, then they do. And all the money goes directly to the Intrepid Fallen Heroes Fund. It struck me when I learned about what a massive issue this country has facing it financially and emotionally, in terms of veterans who are now able to be saved in battle, but are coming home with lifelong and life-altering injuries for the rest of their lives, and in many, many cases, turning worlds upside down. I originally had the sneakers that I placed under the basket just as a reminder of those who we're shooting for and what they might otherwise be doing if not serving us. 1487, 1488. I count out loud just because that's really the only way to know. I mean, and I record every shot. If anybody were to ask and say, don't really buy it, I could say, go look. I don't think that people necessarily need to take notice of the guy in New Hampshire shooting foul shots, but if they can take notice of a person who's acknowledging the heroes among us, the heroes in our lives, the military, our servicemen and women, then that's really kind of what I'm hoping for. 1999, 2000. Nice job.